We are talking today, inshallah, about righteous women and how the ummah can improve and how the women can enter paradise from any door that they want, and how the women can rise the whole ummah and generation of understanding Islam, ya ikhwani. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم اثنان, two kinds of people that their salah will not rise above their head, meaning even if they pray the 5 daily prayer and qiyam al-layl and the sunnah and all the stuff, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not rise their salah above their head. They're not only to the sky, above their head. And the one we're talking today about it is imra'ah asad zawjiha. Imra'ah asad zawjiha hatta tarja. A woman that she doesn't obey her husband until she repent and go back to her husband obedient, as long as he's not asking her for haram. This is very important, ya ikhwan. And I use this topic today because I know that it's a holiday today, and I know that the number of people will be here who want to get married and who want to choose a good husband and want to choose a good wife, and also the ones that they are struggling in marriage. We have to go back to the root of Islam, ya ikhwani. And we cannot sweet our talk and we say moderation of Islam. We have to say the correct Islam, then we change our houses, the broken houses right now. حقوق الزوج الصالح, the rights of the righteous husband. And I am sure that the sister will tell me, make a khutbah for the right for the sisters. And we will do that, inshallah. The first right for the husband, the first right, ya ikhwani, is at-ta'a. At-ta'a means the obedient. This is what is now the life, our life is lacking of that. Because now we are equal. Now we have the freedom of choice and freedom of speaking, and now we are having two captains in the ship. And that's why the ship is sinking. And that's why we are not able to save a lot of marriage. Because ta'at الزوجة لزوجها من طاعتها لله. Because the obedient for the sister, for the wife to her husband, as she is obedient to her Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam make it clearly, but he didn't state it as rules. He said, if I, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, was given the order like to make someone bow to someone beside Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that I will make the woman bow to her husband as obedient. But he said, he didn't do it. Don't take this hadith and go to your wife and say, bow to me because, the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. He said, if I will make a human being bow to a human being, I will make a woman bow to her husband for obedient, ya ikhwani. And you have to remember, you have to be a righteous husband, ya ikhwan. Then ta'a number one, to be obedient and listen to your husband and accept his order. Because of the Quran, he said, الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم. Now, إياك يا امرأة, O woman, O sister, O mother, or a daughter, don't ask for divorce right and left. Right now we have this new version of marriage in the whole entire universe, that women now making khula. We heard that, and we also women, they're asking for divorce day and night. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he clearly stated to the women to don't ask for divorce for no reason, for a comfort, for not satisfaction reason. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, قال رسول الله أيما امرأة سألت زوجها طلاق من غير بأس فحرم عليها الله رائحة الجنة. This talk is not me, ya ikhwan. This is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, if a woman came to her husband and she said to me, divorce me if you're a man. If you're truly man, divorce me. I'm sick of your life. For no reason except argument about her mother-in-law. She complained about her biryani or something. And she said to me, I cannot live with you anymore. I'm not going to cook for you as your mom cooked for you. Divorce me. And using this word. Then Rasulullah ﷺ said, Ayyuma imra'atun, any woman will request that for no ba's, for no harm fall on her. And you know that there's some cases they had harm. We know that. But the majority, nothing. Or minor. Or we can work it out. Then Rasulullah ﷺ said, حرم الله عليها رائحة الجنة. Allah forbid her from even smelling the essence of Jannah. And this is Rawahu Abu Dawood wa isnadun sahih. The second thing in command of Rasulullah sallallahu to the women, عدم خروجها من بيتها إلا بإذن زوجها. And this is gone, ya ikhwani. This is long gone. That the woman cannot leave the house without the permission of her husband. This is, we are talking about old-fashioned. That's what we say now. What are you talking about? You want me to call my husband and ask my permission to go out and go on grocery? What are you talking about? He doesn't even care. Because he doesn't know Islam and she doesn't know Islam. And that's where we disaster now in Islam of marriage. That any woman will go out without a permission from her husband, then she is making a sin. Well, you know, the Quran said, وَقْرُنُوا فِي بِيُوتِكُمْ وَلَا تَبَرُّجُنَّ تَبَرُّجِ الْجَاهِلِيَّةِ. This is Surah Al-Ahzab, ayah number 33. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also requests from the woman, or order the woman, that she cannot fast the tatawwa, not fast Ramadan, the tatawwa, Monday and Thursday, and the 3 days of the months, without the permission from her husband. This is ibadah, ya ikhwan, but it's not mandatory. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said you have to ask permission from your husband first. Qiyam al-layl, ya ikhwan, because it's not a fard, she have to request from her husband. She said, do you want anything? Do you want lunch? Do you want dinner? Do you want the tea? Before I'm going to go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for qiyam al-layl. Ya Allah, is this anybody doing that? No. Now, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and I know that the sister now looking to each other, wallahi, I will make sure that there's a khutbah specific for also for your right. But before you know your right, you need to know his right. And inshallah we save women and men in Islam, because you know what? I am tired of the writing divorce paper. And I'm tired of people bring me the divorce of the legal divorce and say, submit it to Islamic divorce. No one will take the man right of divorce until the man says, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give him the right. No one can override the man right. No one. The man have to say it loud and clear. And we have to work 100 times, not 1 time, not 2 times, not 3 times. Umar radiallahu anh, 2 couples came to him and he was running the ummah. And then the man said, I have an issue with my wife and we need you to come and to be the mediator between both of us to save our marriage. Then Umar radiallahu anh, he had the ummah in charge. Then he sent the 2 sahabi. 2 sahabi. I'm not saying to send like Rocky. No, like 2 sahabi. And he sent them. And they didn't take that long. And they came to Umar radiallahu anh, and he said, you know what? This marriage was so bad and so detox, and we divorced them. Then Umar took his sword and ran after both of them, and he want to kill them both. And he said, what's the matter with you? I send you to work hard to keep this marriage. Then the rushing of divorce is from the shaitan, ya ikhwan. Because the shaitan get the best paid when he destroy our family. he destroy it, then he's not destroying two couples, he's destroying generation, he's destroying religion, he's destroying faith, he's destroying everything. Now, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when he went to the Isra wal Mi'raj, he said, Urita an-nar, I saw the nar, I saw the hellfire. Ya Allah, Allahumma jannibna an-nar. Oh Allah, protect us from the hellfire. Say Ameen. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, Uritu an-nar, I saw the fire. And he said, فَإِذَا, Ya Ikhwani, listen to me carefully. فَإِذَا أَكْثَرَ أَهْلِ النَّارِ مِنَ النِّسَاءِ. He said, I saw the hellfire, and I saw that the majority of the hellfire is from women. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Then he said, yakfurna. This means they make kufr. Then the Sahaba said, Ya Rasulullah, ayakfurna billah? They go kufr by Allah. He said, no. Yakfurna al-ashir. They are fed up with the marriage life. I never saw any good days with you. Since I married you 20 years, your income is the same thing, $3,000. Look to my cousin, he's making $7,000, $10,000. You never improve. You oppress me. You're this, and this, and this, and this. How can we live with this income? How can we survive with what you bring to the table? You never improve. Look to our neighbor. Look at this. I have men come to my office looking in the ground, and the woman standing up, and she said, I make more money than him. I improve myself and he's nobody. He should stay home and take care of the kids, and I will run the show and I will show you who I am. يكفرنا العشير. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, معظم أهل النار, the majority of hellfire from this kind of woman, that they say, I never saw any good day with you. I've been married for you for 20 years. You never improve my life. You never get me the Lexus that I wish. I wish I married my cousin. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. Aisha radiallahu anha, she said, Wallahi, I swear by Allah, we didn't have 2 days in a row to have a full stomach in the house of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Aisha, the one that she narrated 2,310 hadiths. Write it down. Aisha radiallahu anha narrated. All the wife of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they narrated 3,000 hadiths. Aisha by herself narrated 2,210 hadiths by herself. Comes after her, Salama. Salama, our hero today, that we're going to speak about her. She said, Aisha, she said, Wallahi, we didn't have 2 days in a row have a full stomach in the house of Rasulullah until he died. Not only like the beginning of the marriage or the middle of the marriage or until he built his life or until he built himself and he get a job in IT. No. Since she married him until he died, she never have 2 days in a row full stomach, ya ikhwan. And we are throwing food in the trash. Subhanallah. Now the 4 things. التزين والتجمل لزوجك. To be beautiful and dress and put makeup to your husband, not to the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The majority of my brothers tell me, when we go out and visit our cousin and our relative and our going to wedding, my wife is a model. Dress the top and put the best makeup. And when we go home, I'm staying with my brother. Wallahi. Ya ukhti, my sister, this makeup and the dress and the cologne or perfume is not for the ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. It's for your husband. You have to do the opposite. No, when she go out, She dress and put the makeup and she put all the perfume and be kind and be polite and speak 5 languages. But when she go home, she take the mask and she dress the worst clothes because she's home. And then she speak 1 language. Get the hell out of me. I don't want to talk to you. Rasulullah said, Khayrun nisa, the best nisa. Sister, wallahi, I swear by Allah and Rasulullah I want the best for the ummah. I want the sister to be entering paradise and grabbing her husband and grabbing her family with her. But you have to understand how. Not by your salah, not by your siyam, but by combining salah and siyam and obedience your husband as long as he doesn't ask you for haram. Now, Rasulullah said, إِذَا رَأَيْتَهَا أَوْ نَظَرْتَ إِلَيْهَا سَرَّتَكَ. Rasulullah said the characteristic of the beautiful and the greatest woman of Ahl Jannah, if you look at her, she will make you happy and she's so beautiful. وَتَحْفَظْ غَيْبَتَكَ. And she'll protect you when you're absent. Not to bring all the kids and say, your father, don't worry about him. This is the test of Allah. Allah tests us to cleanse our sin. He's a loser, but what we can do, we have to keep him up till he dies. Now all the kids is listening to the mother because the mother is the most closest thing to the kids. Because they are with them all 24/7. Then don't stop, by Allah, stop talking about your husband bad. And if you have negative things, talk behind doors with your husband, not to your kids. The kids are so confused in these days that they come into me and say, I don't know who should I trust. My mom saying about my father is this and this and this and this and this and this. And my father is, I don't see him, he's working 24/7, and I think what she's saying is right. And now he pick on him in any action and he said, she's right. And then he tell her, why you live with him if you don't like him like that? She said, no, we don't divorce. We just destroy, but we don't divorce. You know? Now we making dua, inshallah, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Al-Furqan, ayah number 74, He said, رَبَّنَا هَبْ لَنَا مِنْ أَزْوَاجِنَا وَذُرِّيَّتِنَا قُرَّةَ أَعْيُنٍ وَاجْعَلْنَا لِلْمُتَّقِينَ إِمَامًا. This Allahumma hab lana. You know this word hab lana, this characteristic of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala al-Wahhab. Don't ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala arzuqna. He said, Allahumma hibna. This is what the Anbiya ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allahumma hab lana. Allahumma hab lana azwajuna. Now, we got to our hero for today and we're almost done. Ya ilahi illallah. We're almost done. Salama. We will finalize with Salama because we have to get example for a sahabiyya. Sahabiyya min sahaba Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She was the first muhajirin and she was married to Abu Salama. Abu Salama, you don't know who's Abu Salama. Abu Salama, he's related to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And Salama, هي هند. هند بنت أبي ابن المغيرة. She is related to Khalid ibn al-Walid. Now, Hind, she married Abu Salama. And they loved each other so much. And when they make the hijrah, Abu Salama make hijrah before her. Then he struggles so much and he faces all this challenge. And then Salama tried to catch with him. And when she arrived, they see each other and they make a promise to each other. Abu Salama said to her, he related to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, let's make a deal, Salama, that if something happened to me, don't marry after me. And if something happened to you, I will not marry after you. And she agreed about that. And one day he came back from a majlis with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, sallallahu al-Habib. And this in the majlis, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam teach the Sahaba a beautiful dua. A beautiful dua when the calamity hit. When Allah take from you the best thing you love in your life. When Allah take from you the most thing that you love in your life, he said, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Allahumma ajirni fi musibati wa akhlifni bi khayran minha. This hadith, this dua, ya ikhwani, wallahi, if you only take this today, you are a winner. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, sallallahu al habib, he said in one of the majlis, he said, if you have calamity hit and you lost your job or lost your wife or lost your son, then raise your hand and you say, ha, inna lillah, ha, wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Allahumma ajirni, oh Allah, reward me for my patience. Ha, wa akhlifni, and bring better from what I lost. Ya Allah. Then he ran. Abu Salama ran to whom? Salama, and he tell her, listen, this is what the Sahaba do, ya ikhwani. Because our sister is sitting home, our sister doesn't come to listen to the khutbah, our sister is busy to take care of our houses, then they don't listen to Brother Sharif talking too much, right? And then her husband comes and she tell him, how's the khutbah? He said, it was good. That's it. She doesn't learn anything. But Abu Salama ran to his wife. I know, 2 minutes. Abu Salama ran to his wife and he tell her, listen, I learned this dua. I want to teach you this dua. Then he teach her, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Allahumma ajirni fi musibati wa akhlifni bi khayran minha. Then he teach her that. Then she learned it. Then he died. Then she remembered the teaching for Abu Salama. Then she raised her hand and she said, Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. Indeed, from Allah we come and on Allah return. Allahumma ajirni fi musibati. Oh Allah, comfort me and give me the reward for my patience from losing Abu Salama. And then she came to the other part, wa akhlifni, and then get me somebody better than Abu Salama. She said, no. La ya Allah, there is nobody better than Abu Salama. There is nobody better than Abu Salama. I can't say this part. But then she remembered the teaching of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then she said, okay, I can't disobey Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And then she said, wa akhlifni bi khayran minhu. And then the iddah is over. Then the first door after the iddah, who's this? Abu Bakr as-Siddiq. Abu Bakr as-Siddiq said to her, Salama, the time is up. I want to marry you. She said, no, you are not better. Next day, Umar, Salama, I cannot find better than you. I want you. She said, no. Third day, Uthman, Salama, I want to marry you. He said, no. Fourth day, ya ikhwani, يأتي رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ويطلب منها الزواج. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam asked her, I want to marry you. And she said to him, no. Allahu Akbar. A woman reject Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? She said, no. But for 3 reasons, Ya Rasulullah. 3 reasons. There is nobody better than you. But I have 3 reasons. And he said to her, bring me the 3 reasons. She said, first, I'm an old woman. And you married the young one, Aisha, all this young woman. And I am old one. And I am jealous. I'm a jealous woman. And I'm afraid that I lose my temper. You see the iman? And I lose my temper and I say something, تغضب الله and تغضبك. Ya Allah, this is a righteous woman. I know. We're going to take it from the next khutbah. Then she said, I'm afraid to say one word to disobedient Allah and to disobedient you. Then I'm afraid of that. Second, I'm too old. Third, I have kids. Then Rasulullah said to her, Amma al-ghira, the jealousy, I'm going to raise my hand and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to cleanse you from the jealousy. And from the old, you're old, I'm getting old too. Third, you have kids, I have kids too, and I will take care of your kids. and she accepted, and she brought us 287 hadiths of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And she was so righteous that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam always asked her opinion.